Hello everyone, thanks for your watching this video. In this video, I will introduce how are the business rules working in SMAX. First, let's log on SMAX. From the SMAX menu, we go to the administration and the studio. In studio, we can see all the record type listed here. In this video, we will take incident as example. So the incident is the record name, and the normal is the process name, and here is the metaphase. In the metaphase, we have the phases definition here. So what's the business rule in SMAX? The business rules are the building blocks from which the business logic of a workflow is constructed. You can define business rules for records, processes, metaphase, and phases. The following categories of business rules are available: the action rule, validation rule, rendering rule, field selection rules. The action rule can modify data or sending email. The validation rule are used to validate the data for a field. Rendering rule that can given the experience of the user interface, they can change some field to be mandatory or change some color. The field selection rules can control the permitted data. In the interface, we can using the routing data to provide the data according to the difference condition. The business rule can define at each level of workflow. So the first level is incident. Incident is a record level. So you can see if we click on the incident, you can see all the business rules listed here. And when we click on the process name, normal, you can see on the right side, we can see the list of business rules belongs to the process. When we click on the metaphase, you can see all the list of business rules belong to metaphase. When we click on the phase, you can see the difference rule defined for this phase. So totally, we have 4 level business rule for a workflow: the record level, the process level, the metaphases level, and the phases level. If you click on the record here, you can see the rules definitions here, and you can also see all the different name here. We call the events list. So the rules are defined to be run in connection with the specific events. The event determines when the rule is run. So we can see all the events listed here. Leaving means we will leave the current phase or metaphase. Entering means we will go into the new metaphase or phase. Before change, it means before changing data. After changing data. Rendering forms means when the form opened, we will call all the business rules under this event. After applying change means when the data is saved into the database, all the business rules under this event will be triggered. Per schedule, we can set up the schedule task to do something of some interval. The SLT event for the SLA function, we can define all the SLT function in this event. And for the next 4 events are relationship related events. So you can see before adding relationship, after adding relationship, before moving relationship, after moving relationship, and before deleting the record. So you can see all the events listed here, and these events will be triggered by SMAX, and under the different events, the business rule will be run under them. So let's continue to talking about the events. So since we have the different level business rule, the record level, process level, metaphase level, and phase level. So what could be the sequence? What could be the order when the events triggered and the business rule triggered? So let's go back to the record business rule list. In the record business rule, you can see all the events here. So when we changing some data, the before and after change will be triggered. And if we want to change the phase, so the sequence will be leaving, and the system will do some transition and entering into the new phase, and before change and after change. And when we save the data into the database, the after applying change will be triggered. So here is a sequence. Let's go to the after change event and see what's the business rules defined in the system. So you can see all the business rules listed here. And you can see this icon is mean the rules is editable. In the entry, we have the rules. And if we click on the phase, you can see the rules listed here. Under the SLT event, if we open the events list here, so you can see all the event definitions here. And you will notice some business rules are locked. It means this is the OOB business rule, and we cannot do any changing based on these rules. So we cannot delete or change them. We must keep them. So we call them the OOB business rule. And if the rule can be added, it means we can change, we can delete, we can change the sequence. And the OOB provides the rule here, but the customer can do anything on this rule. So what's the rule will be executed by what's the sequence? This type is the locked OOB rules. So this type rules will be executed first. And what's the sequence? The phase defined for this event will be triggered first, and then metaphase, process, and record. And the following is the unlocked rules. The unlocked rules means it belongs to the OOB, but we allow to do change for the rules or the customization rules. So the sequence is all the rules defined for phases, then metaphase, and the process, and the last record level rules will be executed. So this is the sequence of the events belong to an event will be executed. So how we can check the OOB rules or the customization rules? So you can see we have the standard mode for the workflow view, and we can select the difference mode, comparison node. So for example, if I added a customization rule, you can see the number here. So let's click on the number, and you can see, oh, I added one business rule by myself in the living event, under the living event. And in this event, I want to define some field to be mandatory. So this function is very useful. We can go to this mode and check the business rules customization by end user. If any issue caused by the customizations, We can use this move to find out what's the rules defined by end user. Okay, so that's all the things I want to share in this video. Thanks for your watching this video and have a great day.